Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Tim Lampley. Still with me in the studio is Sara Swaty-Roger from Sara Swaty Photography. Let's talk about your exhibit that's being featured this coming weekend. And I understand it's going to coincide with Pride weekend as well.
Yes, we kind of planned it around that to kind of garner more attention in the spirit, you know, of Pride weekend and just celebrating the LGBT community.
Okay, now you brought several pictures with you too.
Yes, I did.
Explain to me some of the subjects that you have here.
Right here is a diptych. They're both male models, like as a profession, and one of them is Ben, the male on the left, and the other one's named Mike. And I found them through a model networking website, and they offered to come in and just model. And I loved working with them because I feel they portray very androgynous
One is
looks.
younger and the other is older, but there's some similarity to some degree.
Well, and also I really appreciate people who put so much into the project. Like Mike, the older gentleman, actually drove like 2 hours in a snowstorm from Buffalo to model for me in the studio.
I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, he's amazing. And this is a transgendered person, so...
And I can't tell what gender either of those.
Yes, that's, so it's, his name is Tristan, and he was born biologically...
Oh, that's the same person?
Yes, the same person. So he was born biologically as a female, and the picture on the left was taken in March of 2011 after taking testosterone therapy, a hormone, for 3 months. And then the other picture is of him again in May, and that's only after 5 months. So you can see how quickly the transformation is when you take testosterone and you're going through the process.
Okay, and then you have here someone that looks like they may be working, or they have to put on makeup? Would that be a circus clown or? No,
this is David. He's a drag queen.
Oh.
So we did a whole shoot where I photographed him. You know, he's a biological male, you know, and he just enjoys doing drag. So I photographed him in the process of, you know, putting on his makeup, and then I photographed him taking it off because I feel it's really important to show the process and
what's his name?
Fine line. David.
Sorry, David. I didn't mean the circus clown.
It's okay.
Tell me, when you found these people and you asked them to model, did you give them the idea of what you were trying to accomplish through this?
Yes.
And what did you say?
I told them that, well, first and foremost, I wanted to respect them and their, you know, their comfort level. And I told them that I've been working on a project that addresses people who bend or break gender boundaries and who just aren't the traditional ideal male or female. And I just asked for their time, and if they would just, they all came from different places.
Why is it important for you to address the issue of masculinity and femininity?
Well, I feel that where you're raised and how you live is dictated by culture and society. So we grow up with these preconceived notions that this is exactly what a female should be. This is what a male should be. And I just think that, it shouldn't be like that. You know, you shouldn't be judged just because you do something a little bit wrong. People are people, and there's not just males or females. And I think it's important for people to see that, and not only see it, but understand so they don't hate.
How many pieces do you have in this exhibit?
And the one at aisle 1, I believe it's in between, it's around 20 to 25.
Okay, so people who come out to this, when they walk away, what do you want them to have in their heads?
That's a good question. I began this project with questions in my head of where these ideals come from, and questioning, you know, why these ridiculous gender roles and expectations are expected of people. So I want people to walk away with the same questions that inspired me, also a new level of understanding of what being transgendered is, and what being, you know, just not being the typical male or female, and that's okay. You know, you don't have to hate what you don't understand.
In between and outside, what a good name for this type of exhibit. If you had to call it anything else besides what you were going to initially call it, what else do you think would represent that?
That took a really, that name took a really long time, but some other words that resonated, I feel, with my project title-wise is conscious, like being conscious of well, like just what's going on around you and inherently. And I feel there's a lot of great terms that describe it. There's also a philosopher named Victor Turner who has this concept of liminality, which is the whole idea of being in between.
Concept of liminality.
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate all the time that you put into this exhibit. It can only help us understand a little bit better here in the St. Louis community. Take care, and I want to thank Sara for being with us. We need to take a break right now, but remember to keep up with STL TV and all the great events going on in and around St. Louis. Friend us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, watch us streaming live on stltv.net. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.